What up, boss man? MBI. I'm going to be bringing you some more Black Spirit today. Instead of continuing my playthrough, I want to kind of break down a couple of my first impressions of the game. It's all new to me. I'm not a massive MMO player. I played a little bit of WoW and Star Wars, but other than that, no, I'm a sort of a League fanboy. But nonetheless, we're going to talk about Black Desert. I have been thoroughly enjoying this game. I started off things I wasn't too sure. It's a new MMO. I haven't got a clue what I'm doing. I found the questing system really long, where you have to walk into towns. You have to collect nodes. Here's a town we've just entered. Not too sure which one it is, but basically there's a lot of people here you can go speak to. And for me, that was very confusing when we started off. It didn't feel like a really good quest with my friends, and it really kind of put me off. And we ended up actually getting. I had a free 10-day pass to play WoW and started playing WoW instead of this, which was quite a drain because the combat system on this, which I'll show you in a second, is a lot more fun, and the graphics are really dated on WoW. Whilst the graphics in this are amazing for MMO, I've never seen anything like it. So with that being said, after a couple of days, my friend really stuck to it, and I kind of got put off by it. He was loving it, and he explained how everything worked and how you didn't need to take all these crappy quests and have to speak to all the people. It's to do with your craft and stuff, which I'm not too interested in, but maybe at some point I will be. It's not important. And after I knew that, I really fell in love with this game. So at the moment I've got this big ass horse. It's a pretty beastie horse. I bought the Founders Pack. I mean, it's like the most expensive version. It's about £40, which allowed me to get 2 7-day free passes from my friends as well, because I'm a nice guy. So we get this beastie horse. It's a lot faster than most horses. You can buy them from the stables. I've got quite a amount of gold. Also, you have to actually feed your horses. So we have my energy bar here, stamina. That doesn't recharge, so we have to feed them a carrot. Be like, you know, good horses. So stamina's now gone up. Pretty cool. So what we're going to do, we're going to jump into the action. One of the really beautiful things I love about this game, and there's no like fast travel or anything like portals you can jump in. You have to walk everywhere, but a cool feature is obviously generally most MMOs you have auto walk, but on this you actually also have auto follow. So we set a waypoint here, so we'll drop it down again. By pressing T, my character, whether on horse or on foot, will automatically run there. You can have these little guided lines. You don't need to have them, but I find it quite nice for questing, and he will already go there. One of the things with the quest, I haven't really followed the story at all. I'm not really a story-driven person, so I skip through all the cutscenes. I'm just in it for the combat, and I want the PvP, which I think comes around level 40. I'm level 23 at the moment. Levels are super quick. You can get to level 16 with about an hour. If there's 5 of you, I think that's the best way to group from what I've been told. And so I'm still pretty newbie to this game, but we're going to show you the combat, which I love. But there's this thing called the Black Spirit. We can't do it whilst we're mounted. Once we jump off my mount, I'll show you the Black Spirit. He's basically your main story. You follow his quests, and that's all you really need to follow. You can pick up other quests to get additional XP, but from what me and my friend have worked out, really the quests don't give you any XP. Your best thing to do is actually just fight. Yeah, you just want to be just killing mobs all the time. So the starting zone was a bit like, I kind of thought that's how it was going to stay. It was all going to be sort of human-like, but I've got to this really cool area now. It's around level 20, and it's so cool. So we actually want to get off my mount. The problem if I take my mount into the battle zone, people will actually attack it, and I've had my mount killed before, like when I was a newbie, low level, and it cost me 7,000 silver, which was all my silver at the time. So you've got all these cool little dudes. This is a node. This is to do with your craft, and you get workers and you put them in houses. But this is I didn't expect it. Me and my friend, he's already like level 30, so he'd been through it all. I was walking through and all these stuff, and I was like, wow. My opinion of this game changed, because the thing I love about WoW, it's all very fantasy, and the creatures are so cool. And this, I just thought it was going to be like humans and stuff, and nothing cool. But we come to this zone, which I'll show you. It's so sick. So we have the Black Spirit, this freaky dude. Yeah, how scary he is. I will be the angel on your shoulder guiding you. How about it? Now that doesn't sound creepy, what is? So he really started off with just like a head. Now he's actually grown arms and got a bit bigger. I did see someone on a live stream, and he's like massive now when you get to like max level, like an actual human. Not sure if he's good or bad. From what I'm aware, is something killed loads of people and they don't want to talk about it, and he's kind of, I don't know. I haven't really followed the story to it. It just doesn't really interest me. I just want combat. So that's the Black Spirit. You follow his quests and whatnot. We also have Jesus, who's following me, my pet dog. Because I bought again the Founders Pack, you can get that. You can buy ones on the shop as well. I think they're about £10. They're quite expensive, but they're pretty cool. The eagle, I got the dog because I wanted to be different, but the eagle is really cool. It actually sits on your shoulder and flies around and whatnot. So what we're gonna do is we're playing the wizard, Bob the evil wizard. I'm really good at coming up with names. So the beauty I love about the wizard is I've played a few classes that we can pull so much. So here we are. Look at these dudes. Look how sick they look. So what we need to do, we just gotta try and remember the controls again now. There we go. So the combat system is really unique because it's similar to how, say, like Mortal Kombat works. Your sort of combo games like that, you actually do combos. Not necessarily combos, but you instead of just, I've got some of my keys mapped to my hotbar, you can see in the bottom. You actually can do, like, say, if you press W and down at the same time, you do an ability. Oh goodness, that's a lot of people recorded here. But you can also place them on your hotbar as well, which is really cool, and it makes the combat systems really fun and unique. Especially where you get a lot more moves. At the moment I haven't got a great, I've got a few moves, but we haven't got a great deal of moves. So you really need to then start actually learning it. So for example, and you can see the damage we did. The wizard's so cool because we can actually pull, or I don't know how many camps we pulled down. We pulled like, what, 10 camps or something, and then we just absolutely annihilated them. So you can actually see here, so if we hover over it, you can see if we press down and the left mouse button, that's how we do my fireball. But at the moment I've got on 1, so wherever so if you go down, left, there we go, and we now channel out my fireball, and then we can channel it again. Boom, kaboom. So it's really useful to actually be doing that because, let's say, eventually you're going to get new moves. So at the moment I have this fireball, which is, so if we pull some stuff, we'll be able to see. My 9 ability is really cool. You have really big issues with mana, I find, on the wizard, so I can actually drain them there, actually drain my target's mana, and if you do it to an actual player, it actually drains their mana as well. And I've got that link up to my mouse button, which is really cool. We have a blink here, which is really nice, and I just love the wizard because he's so mobile. We can like dash and like all kind of electricity. He just feels so mobile. I really enjoy the wizard. But my favourite move, or one of my favourite moves, is we actually channel out my fireball here, so we shoot my fireball, and then I reactivate it with my second ability, and then it just double fireballs. It's beautiful. Also, the wizard is actually pretty cool, so if we auto-attack, that's how we can get mana back. With my F ability, we actually have like this dagger, that does some pretty big damage. So at the moment, you can also see that you can't see the target's HP here. Basically, the way it works is that you actually have to kill so many, and eventually you then get a learning, you understand how they work. So, whoa, look at that. Oh my god, I've never seen that do before. I think it should just come to this zone. Oh man, we're going to have to mess them up. We'll just get some of my mana back. So, yeah, basically by killing them, you learn more about them, and that way then you know their HP and weaknesses and whatnot, which I thought at kind of the time seems kind of pointless, because by the time I killed enough to understand them, I'm most likely going to be leaving this zone anyway, so you know, it's just, what's the point? But the cool thing with this game is when you create a new character, everything that you've done on that character, or everything I've done on this character follows through. So for example, if I've already got my mounts, I can go onto my new character, have those mounts, all the nodes I've discovered. So the nodes are, say, to do with crafting. I haven't really done it, it's kind of a bit over my head. I sort of got a little bit. So basically you collect your nodes, but that all, whoa, the big dude's coming over here. But that all follows through onto your other characters, which is really cool. So all the side quests you've done, the only thing you really have to do again is your sort of main storyline. So yeah, all your workers carry over, everything, which is really cool. You know, it's really nice, and it makes things a lot quicker. You know, the fact that you can come to this area and you know a lot more about it, which is super cool. And I really like the idea behind that. One of the things we have is this like mini heal. I haven't actually jump out of the water quickly. I haven't actually upgraded it too much. What we have is my skill point tree here. I actually have 28 skill points to wow, that's a lot of skill points, which I haven't actually used yet. So you have lots of different options, as you can see on the right hand side, what you can learn. Really cool. I love this whole like video element to here where that looks pretty cool. Magical shield, where you can actually see how or what the ability does. And it's really cool. Gives you an idea of what you want to have. It's really nice. So there's lots of different points. Obviously you can choose the option upgrading yours, so if I want to, I haven't taken this lightning move here, so that's only 5 points, but if I want to upgrade my freeze, it's 11. At the moment I've been putting quite a few points into my fireball. I think that's pretty OP. I'm actually going to drop another point in my healing at the moment, because it's really nice to actually have a heal on the wizard, because you get in there and it's just beautiful, and also gives me mana as well, and that's always nice. But we're not too fussed about that. But like I say, there's new moves. There's also this cool move here, which I haven't showed you bosses yet. We can do this lightning, kind of like Darth Sidious. We force them over here, and then we'll be like, yeah, feel the force. So it's super cool, and that's just been done by it. So that's obviously not on my actual hotkeys, but that's just me holding down shift and right mouse button, which just makes the combat so unique. and that's what I love about this game is, like, when we went back to WoW, because we weren't enjoying the questing on this, I was just like, I really don't like this. I didn't feel like I was playing with my friends. It was mainly because the fact we didn't actually know what we were doing, really, more than anything. But yeah, I really went off and we went back to WoW, and I was playing a Warlock on WoW, and I used to quite enjoy WoW, but coming from WoW on this to WoW, it just felt so horrible. The combat's so slow. I was literally just stood there on the Warlock pressing 1, 2, 3, 4. Whilst in this I'm involved, and you feel like that with all the characters, or from all the characters I've played. So let's go see what this big dude's all about. He looks pretty scary. So he's got his little baby frogs. What is he? The Swamp Form Warrior. See what he's got to say for himself then. He's gonna be pretty beastly. Wow, he does a lot of damage. So we also have this like freeze ability, pretty cool. He's actually immune to it. So it's generally actually it freezes your target, which is really cool, and then it looks so cool when you actually do it. We'll do it on a little model in a second. Wow, this dude actually freaking hurts. We have to choke his pop. So if we freeze this guy, no, it didn't actually do it. I don't know. Oh my god, we might actually. Oh god, I regret everything I've done here. That dude is so OP. Wow. Dude, help me. Help me, man. Wow, that guy. Wow, we got wrecked. I've not, to be honest, been wrecked in that. I've been pretty solid against anyone I've normally come against. I'm pretty powerful. But that's one of the beautiful things we're coming into this harder zone now. Like the earlier zones are pretty easy. I was able to pull multiple mobs and just wreck them, which was cool. But it wasn't too challenging, and that actually was quite a bit of a challenge then. You know, that dude absolutely wrecked me. I was having to chug on my pots, still unable to get away. But this is what I just love about the combat. It's so cool, and now that I'm actually getting to a higher zone, you see there, we've actually learned more about that monster now. We've killed so many. Now I'm getting into a higher zone. It feels much more challenging. I have to actually be dodging where I wasn't dodging probably enough then. The guy kind of wrecked me, and it was just, yeah, crazy damage. But yeah, I'm absolutely loving the combat. And the whole like auto walk system where you just press T and it'll take you like, now I could press, you know, to go over here and I can go okay for a minute or two whilst I'm sort of doing my thing, which is really cool. There's still a lot of stuff I don't necessarily fully understand about the game, but I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it. The problem is that both my friends' free memberships run out and they don't have enough money to buy the actual game. You can get the cheaper version for like £20. But yeah, they don't have enough money at the moment to buy it. And also we've been invited to, or I've been invited for a little while now, the Paragon Open, the Alpha, it's not open yet, which I will be streaming all of next week. So I'm spending a lot of time playing that. But if you bosses are interested in seeing me carry on with my playthrough, I think I only got to like level 5 on my wizard originally, but maybe we can just continue from a higher level like I am now, and I'm more than happy to do so. But I really enjoy it. I think it's a cool game. Especially once you've got some friends online. Me and my buddy just questing. As I mentioned before, I think from what I've been told, the best way to do it is if there's 5 of you, you get like 60% more XP or something for being in a group of 5. And all you just do is just go around killing camps, and it's a quicker way to do it. The idea, or the thing I'm just looking forward to, is getting to level 40 where I can actually start doing PvP. Obviously this game's only been out for a week now in England or Europe, America. It's been out in Korea I think for the last year. I've never heard anything of the game before then until it actually came out in England. And there's a lot more on the Chinese server, Korean server, than there is at the moment on the English. So it'd be cool once they actually implement that. There's a few more characters they've got to bring over, which should be pretty cool. And there's my freeze move, that was really good. So yeah, there's a few more characters they've got to bring over, so it'd be interesting to see how that goes. And also the dueling. That's one thing I really used to enjoy about WoW, is how you could actually be able to see that dude's HP now. One of the things that I think I used to love about WoW was the dueling. You used to be able to go up to someone and challenge them to a duel. Well, obviously, it was whether they accepted or not. Never, because I was bigger, I was too scared. But that's something that's going to be coming over to this, which would be cool. You can imagine just being able to duel my friend around all these swamp creatures. It'd just be cool, and that's what I want. You know, I enjoy the questing on this. And it's fun, and the combat's amazing, which makes it a lot more fun. It doesn't feel like such a grind leveling up on this compared to especially how compared to playing WoW, which wouldn't, I guess, been like the first time, but going back to it now, it just felt like such a grind. So So the whole PvP, and that's what I'm just building up for. And I say leveling up is pretty damn quick. Once you actually, at the moment, I'm kind of pointlessly doing nothing and just chatting away. But once we like you're grouped up, you can just level up so quickly. I got to level 20 probably within about 2 hours. If you know where you're going, probably the first time I played this game, I had no clue what I was doing, and that's what really put me off. Not so much I didn't know what I was doing, it was just the fact, I was doing everything wrong, and because of that, it was making everything just feel so long. And it just felt so boring, the quest, and I didn't enjoy it. But once you actually understand what you're doing, and obviously it takes some time because it's a brand new MOBA and there's not much out about it. Once you understand what you're doing, it's so much fun. And I'd really recommend checking out. And the beauty of the game, the goddamn beauty of this game, is the best thing, and it's why I couldn't really recommend it more if you enjoy MMOs. And even if you don't have a great amount of time to put into an MMO, is the fact that after you pay the £20 for it, it's free. There is no subscription, and that's just crazy. Like the way they're obviously doing it, they obviously get the money from your first, or from you paying the £20 or the £40 if you go for the bigger pack. But the idea is that there's the shop on here, you can buy cosmetics and stuff to make yourself look cool. I'm not too sure about that, I haven't actually looked into it, but like I say, you can buy pets and stuff, and people will. I personally love the free-to-play models, like £20, I'd happily, if I'm enjoying this game, I'd happily then spend money on it. Whilst, for example, if I was paying, for WoW you have to pay like £40 to buy the game, and then you still got to buy all the frickin' expansion packs and whatnot. It's just crazy. And then on top of that, you're paying frickin' £9 a month to play the game. It's just crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Whilst this is just fresh, the graphics are beautiful. I'm sure there's going to be a lot more cooler worlds. Like, I'm just loving this whole zone with all the frogs. I'm sure there's going to be a lot more cooler worlds to come in the near future. And the combat's amazing. And I say I could probably have about double the amount of abilities I have at the moment. But it's just so fun. I feel like I'm actually involved. I'm just freaking lightning bolts, dashing. It just feels so cool. I actually feel strong. I haven't had too much character customization. I've got this cool like staff at the moment, which is pretty cool. But I'm sure, as I say, as I level up, it's only going to get better and better. So I'd like to know your thoughts on this, guys. If you've actually played Black Desert, or just seeing it now, what do you think of it? Do you like the look of it? Is it something that you could pick up? Hopefully I'm not trying to sell it to you bosses, but I'm hoping I'm making you guys interested, because I really recommend checking out. Someone for me who enjoys, or just the PvP, that's what I can't wait for. Like, there's a little arena at the moment where you can actually go duel your friend, or duel someone, but anyone can duel. Every time you've ever duelled in there, someone else has ended up coming in, and then we're both like, just go for him, and then they run away. That's pretty lols. But it'd be cool when you can actually just properly duel someone, the whole arena, PvP, and there's massive guild battles on here, but I haven't got to that stage, and I'm not too sure how it actually works. I believe the guild system on here, it's quite hard to get in a guild, because the guild actually pays you gold every day. You get like a daily wage, and you have to be on a certain amount of time, blah blah blah. But I've not looked into that or too much. But that pretty much wraps up my first impressions. If you guys would like to see me kind of continue with my playthrough, then I'd be more than happy to do so. I say Paragon, I will be uploading a lot of Paragon content next week, so I'll be pretty busy with that along with League of Legends. But anyway, bosses, hope you enjoyed. Take it easy, have a great day. Peace.